7 tiny changes that could add years to your life, starting today. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, how did the years pass so quickly? Maybe it happens when you're brushing your teeth and you notice a few more lines near your eyes, or when you bend down to tie your shoes and feel a twinge in your knees. It's not sadness, exactly. It's more like a quiet realization. Life is moving forward, and your body is quietly changing along with it. But then comes the deeper thought, is there anything I can do to age better? Not just to live longer, but to live well, with energy, clarity, strength, and joy. That's the heart of what we're talking about today. The truth is, aging doesn't have to mean decline. It doesn't have to mean giving up the things you love or settling into a slower, smaller version of yourself. What if, instead of fading, these years could be your most vibrant? What if small changes, tiny shifts in how you live each day, could make a big difference in how you feel, move, and thrive? That's what this video is all about. Simple, doable tweaks to your daily life that can gently, but powerfully, guide you toward a longer, healthier, more joyful journey ahead. No extreme diets, no punishing workout plans, no magical pills. Just real habits that you can build into your days, quietly, gently, and watch them transform how you age. Let's begin with something so small, yet so easy to forget, moving more, and moving with purpose. You see, we often think exercise has to be a big production, a gym membership, sweating buckets, pushing hard. But the kind of movement that really supports longevity? It's more like a dance with life. It's the long morning walks where you breathe deeply and feel your heart beating steadily. It's stretching before bed. It's gardening, dancing in your living room, or taking the stairs instead of the elevator. These small acts of motion, repeated day after day, tell your body, I'm still here. I'm still strong. I still want to play. Research has shown over and over again that regular, gentle movement helps lower the risk of heart disease, improve balance, strengthen bones, and even boost your mood and memory. And the best part? You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. Even 15 minutes a day of walking can begin to shift the tide. You don't need to do everything at once, just start somewhere. And while we're talking about what we put into our bodies, let's talk hydration. You might be surprised, but many people over 50 are chronically dehydrated without even realizing it. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable, which means we often forget to drink water until we're already behind. That might sound small, but dehydration can quietly drain your energy, fog up your thinking, strain your kidneys, and even make your skin age faster. So here's a tiny tweak with a big payoff: keep water near you throughout the day. Not soda, not coffee, just clean, fresh water. Maybe you get a reusable water bottle you like the feel of. Maybe you add a slice of lemon or cucumber to make it feel refreshing. Maybe you create a little habit, a glass before each meal, or a sip every time you check your phone. Whatever works for you. You'll be amazed at how your body responds when it's truly hydrated. And now, let's talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention: your breath. Not just the act of breathing, but the way you breathe. Most of us breathe in short, shallow bursts, especially when we're busy, anxious, or distracted. But deep, slow breathing has a calming power. It tells your nervous system to shift out of stress mode and into rest mode. It reduces blood pressure. It soothes inflammation. And it reconnects you to the present moment. Try this sometime. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 4. Exhale through your mouth for a count of 6. Do that for just 2 minutes, and notice the difference. It's like pressing a reset button for your mind and body, and you can do it anytime, anywhere. Movement, hydration, breath, 3 tiny shifts that ask so little from you, yet offer so much in return. Not just in years added to your life, but in life added to your years. And now that we've begun tuning into the body, let's look deeper at what we put on our plates, who we spend our time with, and how our mindset quietly shapes our health every single day. It's funny how sometimes the biggest changes come from the smallest forks in the road. And nowhere is that more true than in the food we choose each day. Because what you eat isn't just fuel, it's information. It's communication with your cells. It's either whispering, let's heal, let's grow, or it's quietly encouraging inflammation, fatigue, and decline. Now, before you picture a mountain of kale or some trendy diet that cuts out everything you love, take a breath. That's not what this is about. This is about making gentle, lasting changes that still feel like you. Because the truth is, your body doesn't need perfection. It just needs a little more of the good stuff and a little less of the things that drain you. So here's one small tweak that can do wonders: crowd your plate with color. I'm talking about deep greens, bright reds, oranges, purples, fruits, vegetables, herbs, spices. These colors are loaded with antioxidants that fight aging from the inside out. A handful of berries in your breakfast, a colorful salad at lunch, roasted sweet potatoes at dinner. These aren't just healthy, they're beautiful, joyful foods that make you feel alive. And while you're at it, gently nudge aside the ultra-processed foods. You know the ones. They come in boxes, they last forever on the shelf, and they're full of ingredients you can't pronounce. You don't have to ban them completely. But little by little, trade them for real, whole foods. Your body will thank you, with better digestion, more energy, clearer thinking, and even better sleep. Speaking of energy, let's talk about connection. This one surprises people. We often think of health as something personal, physical, about what we eat or how we exercise. But one of the most powerful predictors of longevity isn't food or fitness. It's relationships. Loneliness, especially in later life, can be just as damaging as smoking or obesity. It can raise blood pressure, weaken the immune system, and increase the risk of cognitive decline. On the other hand, staying connected, truly connected, nourishes us in ways that no supplement ever could. That doesn't mean you need a huge social circle. What matters most is the quality of your relationships. Do you have someone you can call when you're having a tough day? Someone who really listens? Do you have small rituals of connection, a morning walk with a friend, a weekly phone call with your sister, a laugh shared over coffee? Even if you feel isolated right now, it's never too late to reach out. Join a class, volunteer, check in on an old friend. People are waiting for connection just like you are. And every moment of laughter, every story shared, every hand held, those are the true vitamins of a long and joyful life. Now, let's touch on something even deeper: your mind. Not just your memory or your IQ, but your mindset. Because how you think, day in and day out, creates the world you live in. Are you waking up with curiosity? Are you open to new experiences, new ideas, new ways of seeing things? Or have you quietly begun to shrink your world, telling yourself it's too late, or you're too old, or change is too hard? Here's the truth: your brain is still growing. Neuroplasticity, that's the scientific word for it, doesn't stop at 50, or 60, or even 80. You can still learn, adapt, shift your perspective, and become more of who you truly are. All it takes is intention. Read something new. Try a new hobby. Talk to someone different from you. Stay mentally flexible, and you'll stay vibrantly alive. And when negative thoughts creep in, as they often do, try not to believe them right away. Just pause and ask, is this really true? Is this thought helping me, or hurting me? What would I say to a friend who felt this way? That simple pause can change the entire direction of your day. So far, we've touched on how we move, what we eat, how we breathe, how we connect, and how we think. And now, as we begin to close this journey, there are two final tweaks that might surprise you, but they just might be the ones that make everything else easier, more joyful, and more sustainable. Let's take a breath here. You've come this far, listening, reflecting, maybe even imagining how your days could look with just a few small shifts. And now, I want to introduce two final ideas that, on the surface, might seem simple, but often hold the key to lasting change. They're not about what you do, but how you live. How you feel your way through each day. The first is this: wake up with intention. Not with a to-do list. Not with stress or routine. But with a quiet moment, just a few minutes, to ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? Not what do I have to do, but how do I want to move through it? Do you want to feel calm? Grateful? Energized? Connected? When you start your morning with that question, it acts like a compass. It shifts your day from automatic to aware. Maybe it means stepping outside and feeling the sun on your face before the emails begin. Maybe it's putting on your favorite music while making breakfast. Maybe it's writing down one thing you're thankful for before your feet hit the floor. That one tiny pause each morning, that choice to live by feeling, not just by habit, can rewire the way your whole life unfolds. Because aging well isn't just about living longer. It's about feeling more alive while you do it. And finally, give yourself grace. This one might be the most powerful of all. Because no matter how many tweaks we make, no matter how well we eat or move or breathe, we're still human. There will still be hard days. There will still be setbacks. There will be mornings when you don't feel like walking, or afternoons when the cookie wins, or nights when you just feel tired. That's okay. You're not a machine. You're a living, feeling, beautifully imperfect person. And longevity isn't about perfection, it's about kindness. The way you speak to yourself matters. The way you treat your body when it's tired. The way you look in the mirror and choose love over judgment. That inner voice? Make it your ally. Make it soft, steady, encouraging, like a dear friend who wants the best for you, but also knows when to rest. And here's the most wonderful part. Every time you show up for yourself, every time you drink that water, take that walk, call that friend, pause and breathe, you are building something. You are building your future. You're telling your body, I want to be here. I want to keep going. I want to live well. So let me say this to you, wherever you are in your journey, you are not too late. You're not too old. And you're not stuck. Every day is a new opportunity to nourish your health, your spirit, your joy. And it doesn't have to be a giant leap. It starts with the smallest of tweaks, done with care, done with heart, done with hope. Imagine your future self, a few months from now, waking up with more energy. Laughing more often. Feeling proud of the life you're creating. That future is built from today, from this very moment you chose to listen, to reflect, to care. If this message spoke to you, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, share one small change you're inspired to make, or something that's worked for you. You never know who you might encourage just by sharing your voice. And if you'd like more videos like this, simple, heartfelt, and filled with ideas to help you live longer and live better, please click like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help us reach more people who might need to hear this. Most of all, thank you for spending these moments with me. I hope you carry something from this with you into your day, your week, your life. Here's to a future that's full of light, strength, and joy, one small step at a time.